All right, main topics today. Tyler's World of Weather. Might change that. It sounds kind of corny. 3 weeks. That means date is October 20th. So this would be around November 14th-ish. Things start to get cold and snowy possibly. I'm talking about the overall pattern. I'm not just making a guess. I think many people do. Week 3, again, cold and snowy. And the key here, I have to back it up, is the models are starting the reverse like they did last year in January and in February. Remember that? If you don't remember, I'll bring you back to it. Let's have a little bit of nostalgia. So last December, it might have been November, yeah. The models were just percolating the USA with warmth. Not just warmth, but it was a blowtorch. It was hot all over. It was a blowtorch. This, and then eventually, as it headed towards the 1st of January, we started to see models cooling down a little bit. It was a reversal. So that was last December, and December turned out cold. The point is, the model predicted one thing, it happened the opposite. It reversed. We're seeing that now starting to happen. So on top of the models being colder than average and continuing on that steady trend of colder, snowier, despite the Jamsticks warm run, this winter's looking to continue to spiral downward into cold and snowy. I think this will be a winter to remember. And again, the third topic I have is the models are reversing. The one thing I should add too is that last January they did the same thing. In December, the models were warm, and then starting to creep into January, they turn cold. Now, it's really interesting why and how the models are doing what they're doing. I think it's feedback from the global warming. And I'm not being political, but the globe is warm. So when they're picking up on a globe that's typically warmed over a period of time, they're going to catch that rubbing off effect of that feedback. They're going to assume, I'm just assuming how models would work. I mean, it's kind of like the human mind. You think a thing long enough, it happens. So they're going to kind of assume it's going to be warmer. That's how I think the models would work. So there's my spew. Now we're going to look at actual weather and what the models are forecasting. And we're going to take a look, a risky look, because I don't know if it's out yet, but we're going to take a look at the European weeklies. See if they're out. Oh, are they out? Oh, they got the 19th. Let's see if that has anything new. So that's decent. That's average snowfall, which is pretty critical because the past, actually 11 years, we've had winters that were above normal temps and below average snowfall. And that's a fact for most of the country, especially in areas that should see snow. It was on the news this morning. But yeah, this is a good amount of snow. This looks like just about average right through December 4th. I mean, just the start of winter this run ends. So yeah, that looks really good. So let's look at the CFS V2 seasonal for temperatures, and we're going to take a look at our monthlies. And here comes the gold. Get your eyes ready to feast. November, looking good, somewhat. December, it's continuing that steady cold trend. I like being right. January, cold east. This is a perfect pattern for like all around cold and snow in the USA because you got your cold in the Midwest, you got cold in the Northeast. This spells trouble for cold and snow. Again, you guys know the deal. We look at the trend, and we're gonna take a look at our CFS. Of NOAA. So I believe that's updated daily. And I'm going to look at their monthly runs. So take a look at that. Okay, so initial run October 20th of 2025. We're going to take a look at our temperature anomalies, 2 meter surface, in other words. And this is their this is the model that actually originally I looked at that forecasted the very warm December and January. So it's kind of like nostalgia for me, like looking back at this. But so again, here's the temperature for November. So obviously you should expect a reversal to cold, because it did the same thing last year, and all the models are pretty much doing the same thing this year, and this one's just the one that originated it, at least from what I saw. I want to take a look at, see if I can find a December run. I don't know if I can. No, this is only the November. I'm going to close with that. I give you guys a good deal of information today. And again, let me get back to my notes. No hurricane action. There is talk of this storm in the Caribbean that might spin up. I don't think you have to worry about it much, at least. And all in all, it looks pretty quiet in terms of weather. I don't have any mottos that came to my mind yet, except Tyler's World of Weather. I'm still working on this channel, trying to bring you guys the most creative and fun updates I can provide. And I hope you enjoyed this update. And I hope you enjoy all my updates, because they're my only updates that I can give you. That's my new cliche. Bye.